Hello, welcome students. And in this previous lectures, we are start to discuss and finish to discussions of the lot of types of the electromagnetic waves. And in these lectures, we are start to discussions of the propagations of the same electromagnetic waves. Propagations means they are transfer the energy. Waves are transfer the energy, and the nature of electromagnetic waves will be sinusoidal natures. These natures they encrust, and I will draw one of the axis in the center. This is the considered a principal axis, and this is the y-axis, and this one is the x-axis. Then the half portions along the positive y direction, this is the crust, and half portions of the waves will be follow along the negative y directions. This is the trough, crust and troughs. These are the wave nature, sinusoidal wave natures of the electromagnetic waves. These waves is also called as the light waves. In these lectures, we are discussed how the waves will be propagated in the different mediums, in the different atmospheres of the earth. Okay, let's start and begin to the discussions of the propagations of electromagnetic waves. Please take the heading of the propagations of electromagnetic waves. These are the heading: propagation of EM wave, that is electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves, when we are discussing the different types of the electromagnetic, we know the radio waves, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, some different types of the electromagnetic waves. These are also the types of electromagnetic waves. You know the TV signal, TV antenna is used to receive the TV signal from the satellites. These are also one of the types of electromagnetic waves. The TV antenna will be received. TV antenna is used to receive TV signal, that is television signal, from the satellites or transmitters. The TV antenna will be used to receive the TV signal, television signals from the satellites or the transmitter. In the communication system, we are used the electromagnetic waves. The types of that electromagnetic waves is a radio waves. In the communication system, I will be write the sentence. In communication system, we use radio waves. Please remember for the MCQ of this sentence, what are the waves to use in the communication system or TV signal transmission? These waves are radio waves. This is the answer, your answer. Okay, the waves which can which types of the electromagnetic waves is used to transmission or the in the communication system? This is called as radio waves, and they are transferred from an antenna into the transmitter. They are transferred an antenna to the transmitter in the radioate electromagnetic waves. They are which travels. This radio waves travels through the space and reaches to the antenna or TV antenna. They are which travels through the space. Why this will be sentenced through the space? Because they will be comes from the satellites or the transmitter. They will be travel through the space and reach to the antenna. This is the path of the radio waves. Okay, for the deeply study of these propagations of the electromagnetic waves, that is the radio waves, we are discuss some spheres or some layers around our earth surface. Then I will be drawn one of the diagram here. This is the earth. This will be smallest in the diagram. This I will be drawn, I will be noted E is the earth. Then the different layers I will be drawn here. Let's start to discussions of starting of different layers or different spheres. For the study of propagations of the electromagnetic waves, we are study the earth atmospheres. Then first earth atmospheres will be here, and second, third, fourth and fifth, total 5 atmospheres will be present on the earth atmospheres. First we knows tropospheres, that is tropospheres. First is tropospheres. The range of the tropospheres or the thickness of these tropospheres will be 20 kilometer, that is 20 km. The end, this is the lot of MCQ will be discussion here. The range of the tropospheres is 20 kilometers. Then after of 20 kilometers, start the different types of the layers. These layers, layer number 2 is stratospheres. Stratospheres, you will be seen here, or I want to draw in the different, that is stratospheres, and the range of these stratospheres will be 50 kilometers, and this is the thickness of that particular sphere is a 50 kilometers. The thickness of the stratospheres is a 50 kilometer. This is another MCQ will be discussed here. Then third one is, I think this is a mesospheres. Be right in the same direction, that is a mesospheres. The range of that particular sphere, when we are moving away from the earth's surface, the range or the thickness of the particular sphere will be increases, and these particular spheres, that is mesosphere thickness is 690 kilometers. The distance from the boundaries of the mesosphere is, distance between two boundaries of the mesosphere is 690, or the thickness of the mesosphere will be 690 kilometer. And the fourth one, that is thermospheres. I will be use different colors for the writing of thermospheres. Thermospheres. I will be said one sentence, when we are moving away from the earth's surface, the atmospheric thickness will be increases. The minimum thickness of the atmosphere is a 20 kilometer. They are near to the earth's surface, and their maximum or increasing slightly. This is like this, and the thermospheres is a more thickness. That is some mistake here. This is the 85 kilometer, and exactly thermospheres will be 690 kilometers. This is my mistake to writing the range of the thickness of that particular atmospheres. And last, that is exospheres. The largest atmospheric thickness is 10,000 kilometer. This is the highest range of that particular atmospheres. The range of the atmospheres is, highest range of the atmospheres is exospheres, and lowest range of the atmosphere is tropospheres. And let's start to discussions of the one by one to the propagations of the waves. Okay, now we are discussed the three different types of the propagations in the space, on the ground, that is ground or surface propagations, surface wave or ground wave propagations, and next one types is sky, and another one is spheres. And in these lectures we are discussed the first type of the propagations, that is ground waves. Ground wave or ground or surface wave. Ground or surface wave propagation. Ground or surface wave propagations. In this part, we are discussed when the radio waves are travels from the transmitter to the antenna. They comes from the satellites, or this is also transmitter to the antenna. They are travels closer to the earth's surface. Then when the radio waves travels from the transmitting and to the antenna, propagated to closer to the surface or near to the surface of the earth, and then they are reaches to the receiving. This is called as, this propagation is called as surface propagations or ground propagations. In the simple language, the radio waves propagate closer or near to the earth's surface, near to the earth's surface is called, this propagation is called ground propagation or ground wave propagations or surface wave propagations. Ground, what is the meaning of ground wave propagations? The wave, these waves, consider this is the earth. I will be drawn one of the different diagram here. This is our earth, okay, not exactly earth. Then this is the transmitter and this is the receiving. The waves will be passes closer to the earth's surface. This is not exactly diagram when they use in your textbook, but they are passing closer to the earth's surface from the transmitter or from the satellite to the receiving antennas. This propagation is called as ground wave propagations or surface wave propagations. In the next part, it moves closer. I will be said it moves closer to the earth's surface. It moves closer to the earth's surface along a curved. This will be curved along a curved. We will write along a curved direction, curved path to the earth surface, to the earth surface. This will be fastest curved path and it is closer to the earth surface, and this is the path of the propagations. When a radio waves from the transmitting antenna propagates near to the earth's surface, near to the surface of the earth, and so reach the receiving antenna, to reach a receiving antenna, and this propagation is called as ground wave propagation or surface wave propagations. And the path will be closer to the earth's surface and it will be curved path. It is a curved path. Then the waves induced current in the ground. The waves induced current in ground. That will be induced current in ground, and they loses their energy and loses their energy. When the waves are be traveled, they will be induced some current in the ground and they are also loses the energy. What happens? The questions will be, I will be asked here. What happens? The radio waves are transmitted closer to the earth's surface, then they will be induced current in the ground and they loses their energy. I will be write one of the sentence in the propagation systems, that is the strength of wave, the strength of the strength of waves is decreasing when they move away from the satellites or transmitter. सॅटेलाइट्स जेव्हा जेव्हा एखादी वेव्ह, रेडिओ वेव्ह असू द्या, कुठल्याही पद्धतीचा वेव्ह असू द्या, त्याच्या सोर्सपासून, सोर्स म्हणजे या ठिकाणी आहे ते ट्रान्समीटरपासून रिसिव्हिंग अँटेनाकडे जात असताना त्याची स्ट्रेंथ जी काय, पॉवर जी काय, स्ट्रेंथ हे कमी होत जाते. द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ दिस वेव्ह, पर्टिक्युलर वेव्स इज डिक्रीजिंग वेन दे आर मूव अवे फ्रॉम द सॅटेलाइट. सॅटेलाइट इट्स मीन द सोर्स or it is the transmitters. Then the loses their energy and the signal will be can't transfer the large distance. Why they will be can't transfer? Because the waves will be loses their strength, then also loses their energy. When they travels away from the source, away from the satellites, then these signals will be can't moving larger distance. They can't moving a larger distance. Okay, this will find started with here. Can't move large distance. Large distance. The frequency of that particular waves will be range of the frequency. Frequency is also less than 2 megahertz. 2 megahertz. The frequency of that particular wave, that is the frequency of that radio waves which can be which can be follow the ground surface waves propagations, as like a ground wave propagations or surface wave propagations. These frequency will be minimum or less than 2 megahertz. What is the range of the mega? I mean 10⁶ years. Then this is for the local broadcasting only. This is used the limitations. What is the limitations of the ground wave propagations or surface wave propagation? The limitations of the ground wave propagation is it is only for the local broadcasting only. It is used only for local broadcasting. Then let's start to discussions or let's start to revisions of the same points which will be discussion in the same lectures here. Propagations of the waves, or they are transmitting energy. The TV antenna is used to receive the TV signals, television signals, that is from the satellites or a transmitter. In the some communication system we used radio waves. In the communication system we used one of the types of the electromagnetic wave. This is radio waves which are travel through the space and reach to the antenna, which are travels through the space and reach to the antenna. I will be said why they are travels to the space, because they comes from the satellites. And when they traveling, the strength of these waves will be decreased when they are moving away from the satellites. When they cover the large distance, the strength of that particular waves will be minimized or decreasing. And before the discussions of the types of propagations, we are discuss the sphere, atmospheric spheres of the earth, that is tropospheres, stratospheres, mesospheres, thermospheres and exospheres. This is the 5 different layers of the atmospheres of earth. When the increasing or moving away from the earth surface, the thickness of that particular atmospheres will be increases. The first, when they are closer to the earth surface, it is a minimum thickness, that is 20 kilometer here, that is tropospheres. Then this is a different 5 types of the atmospheres of the earth. And after that we have discussed the first types of the wave propagation, that is ground wave propagations. The waves which can be travels closer to the earth surface, and their radio waves will be travels closer to the earth surface. They transmitting in a transmitter to the receiving antenna, and this is called as ground wave propagations or surface wave propagations. And the path of these along the curved path, because the earth surface will be curved. and these waves is induced some current in the ground. The waves will be induced some current in the ground, and they loses energy also loses. And this is the could not be, they can't transfer, can't move a large distance, signal can't move a large distance because they loses the energy. This is the first reason. And second one reason is the strength of that particular wave will be decreasing when they moving a larger distance from the transmitter or the satellites, and the range of that frequency range of that particular waves is less than 2 megahertz. And this is the some limitations of the ground surface wave, ground propagation or surface wave propagation. This is used only for the local broadcasting. And now we are stop here. In the next lectures we are discuss the second types of the propagations.